They say anything worth doing is worth doing right. But what does it take to forge a blade worthy of legend at the revered Tatara Iron Works, where tradition meets precision, culminating in a blade so sharp and precise that with a single strike it could sever fingers before an opponent could even draw their katana. This is a blade that truly embodies the spirit of the warrior. In a land where Meiyo, the concept of honor, which is considered the highest virtue, is life, and a warrior's soul is measured by the blade he wields, the katana stands as the peak of takumi, a term that represents the art of skilled hands. A weapon so revered that it transcends the battlefield to become a symbol of Japan's cultural isan, its rich heritage. The creation of a katana is a journey through time, a tradition passed down through generations where each step in its making is a testament to the wasa, a technical skill and art form refined over centuries, and saijitsu, endless loyalty and truth, of those who dare take on this ancient gi, this ancient art. In the same way that a shogun must wield power with precision and honor, the katana is forged with the utmost care, reflecting the warrior's path. As the swordsmith hammers away at the glowing steel, one can almost hear the distant echoes of battles fought by samurai who lived and died by their blades. Each strike of the hammer resonates like the clash of swords on the battlefield, each spark a reminder of the fiery spirit of the warrior within. It is said that the katana is not just a weapon, but a living testament to the unyielding resolve of those who carry it. Much like the shogun's unbreakable will to bring unity to a divided land. Long before the katana became the weapon of choice for Japan's warriors, the land was ruled by the imperial court, where the emperor's power was absolute. But as wealth and influence shifted from the aristocracy to regional lords or daimyos, the powerful territorial lords, the nation was plunged into a period of upheaval and civil war. The samurai, bound by the Bushido Code, the way of the warrior emphasizing virtues like loyalty, honor, and discipline, emerged during these turbulent times as the epitome of martial prowess and honor. Their weapon, the katana, was not just a tool of war but a reflection of their very soul, a blade forged to kiwame, the highest standard of perfection, to serve a warrior's duty to his lord and country. The shogunate, Japan's military government, brought stability after centuries of conflict, but it also cemented the katana's place as more than just a sword. The katana became a symbol of bushis, the warrior class, resolute commitment to duty, a blade that would define Japan's history and its warriors' isan, their enduring legacy. The journey of Japanese sword making begins over 3,000 years ago with the discovery of bronze, a metal that was easier to work but lacked the tsuyosa, the strength required for a true warrior's weapon. As Japanese smiths sought to improve their wasa, their skills, they transitioned to steel, a material far superior in durability and sharpness. This transition wasn't simple. It required overcoming the limitations of Japan's volcanic geology, which offered little in the way of high-quality iron ore. Instead, Japanese swordsmiths turned to iron sand, found in the rivers and coastal regions of the country. This sand, though rich in iron oxides, required innovative methods to extract the pure iron necessary for forging swords. Through trial and error, the Tatara method was developed, a smelting process that would become the cornerstone of Japanese steel production. This ancient technique, preserved for over a millennium, involves heating iron sand in a clay furnace over several days, producing tamahagane, the precious steel used in the finest katanas. The Tatara method was not merely a technical process, but a ceremonial one, steeped in tradition. The gathering of iron sand is an art in itself, a process that relies on understanding the natural flow of rivers and the unique properties of iron oxides. In Japan, iron sand is collected from riverbeds, where it accumulates due to its higher density compared to other minerals. This sand, containing up to 80% iron oxide, is then carefully selected for use in the Tatara furnace. The Tatara furnace, an ancient engineering feat, reaches temperatures of about 1,500 degrees Celsius, just below iron's melting point. This precise temperature control is crucial as it allows the iron to become soft and malleable without fully liquefying. The furnace is constructed from clay, with a carefully controlled airflow maintained by bellows, originally operated by hand and foot. Over the course of 72 hours, the furnace is continuously fed with layers of iron sand and charcoal, the latter providing the carbon necessary to transform iron into steel. During this process, impurities in the iron sand separate out as slag, which must be carefully removed at the right time to ensure the purity of the resulting tamahagane. With the tamahagane ready, the swordsmiths begin the process of forging the blade, a task that requires not only skill, but a deep understanding of metallurgy. The steel is heated in a forge until it becomes malleable, then hammered flat. Traditionally, the master swordsmith would set the rhythm using a smaller hammer, while apprentices wielded large mallets to flatten the steel, working in perfect synchronization. Today, some of these tasks have been modernized with the use of electric hammers, but the precision and care remain unchanged. The steel is folded repeatedly, with each fold doubling the layers, enhancing the blade's purity, strength, and flexibility. This repeated folding serves two crucial purposes. It purifies the steel by spreading out impurities, and it creates a grain within the metal, adding to the blade's strength and flexibility. This folding process can result in thousands of layers, giving the katana its characteristic resilience and the unique patterns that decorate its surface. The swordsmith must carefully balance the carbon content in the steel. Too much and the blade becomes brittle. Too little and it won't hold an edge. The mastery lies in knowing when the steel is just right, a skill passed down through generations of swordsmiths. Once the blade is forged, it undergoes quenching, a process that is as much science as it is art. The blade is coated in a mixture of clay with a thicker layer applied to the spine and a thinner layer to the edge. This differential treatment is crucial as it controls the rate at which different parts of the blade cool when plunged into water. The rapid cooling of the edge traps carbon within the iron matrix, creating martensite, a structure that is incredibly hard and ideal for holding a sharp edge. In contrast, the spine cools more slowly, allowing the carbon atoms more time to diffuse out of the iron lattice. This slow cooling creates ferrite, a very low carbon steel that is soft and ductile. Meanwhile, the carbon atoms that leave the iron lattice combine with other iron atoms to form cementite, a much harder and more brittle phase of steel. Pearlite, a mix of ferrite and cementite, combines softness with hardened areas, ideal for the spine's flexibility. Pearlite forms the spine of the katana, giving it the flexibility needed to withstand the shock of impact without breaking. The contrast between the soft, flexible spine and the hard, sharp edge is what makes the katana such an extraordinary weapon, a perfect balance of strength and resilience embodied in steel. Polishing a katana is an art that demands not just precision, but a patience that defines Japanese craftsmanship. Using a series of whetstones, each finer than the last, the polisher hones the blade, bringing out the intricate patterns created by the folding process and highlighting the haman. This stage can take weeks, with the polisher working to ensure that every inch of the blade is razor sharp and flawlessly smooth. The polisher also carefully controls the flow of water across the whetstone, using a sloped workbench to direct the water and remove any residue. Polishing is not just about sharpness, it's about revealing the soul of the sword. The final result is a blade that is not only deadly, but breathtakingly beautiful, and with a surface that reflects light like water, and a haman that dances along its edge like fire. Some katanas are even engraved with intricate designs, adding another layer of artistry to an already perfect weapon. The katana is more than just a sword. It is a symbol of the values that shape Japan. Honor, duty, and mastery of one's craft are all embodied in this blade. For centuries, it has been the weapon of choice for Japan's greatest warriors, a tool of war that has become a piece of art, admired and revered across the world. Through its creation, the katana has left an indelible mark on history, a legacy of takumi, an honor that endures to this day. It serves as a reminder that when something is created with care, attention to detail, and love for the waza, It can transcend time and become truly timeless.